So last Saturday, I thought I was in for a chill afternoon at home, maybe finally catching up on laundry and making highly questionable snack choices. But, as fate would have it, my dad noticed the kitchen faucet had developed a drip that was costing us a fortune in water bills, which is dad speak for I need a new project. He insisted he could fix it himself, despite the fact that the last thing he fixed was the VCR, which now only plays static in the 90s. But, hey, what's the worst that could happen with a faucet? Half an hour later, I hear clanking, muttering, and the ominous sound of a wrench thudding onto tile. Then, a sudden uh-oh, followed by a geyser-like spray shooting across the kitchen. My dad, soaked but determined, shouted for towels, buckets, and, optimistically, a mop. My mom came running in with the dog, who immediately thought it was bath time, and started splashing in the growing puddle like he'd been waiting for this his whole life. Word travels fast in our neighborhood, especially when your house is visible from the street and water is jetting out the window, so pretty soon, our neighbors started wandering over. Instead of offering help, they brought pool floaties, lawn chairs, and someone even set up a slip and slide from our front steps to the mailbox. I'm not saying we had fun, but I caught Mrs. Jenkins from next door doing a cannonball into the puddle that used to be our kitchen. My dad, meanwhile, was frantically flipping through the For Dummies plumbing book, which by now was soggier than a wet sponge. By the time the plumber arrived, to thunderous applause from the assembled crowd, the kitchen looked less like a place you'd prepare food and more like a venue for Olympic synchronized swimming. The real kicker? When the plumber handed my dad the bill, completely drenched and barely legible, my dad just shrugged and said, "Well, at least now the bills are all wet."